and welcome to Tales of the Astral, where our adventurers will be exploring the mysteries of the Astral Plane. The known universe is thousands of worlds. Some use tech to fly and thrive in space, others use magic, and some use a mix of the two. Welcome to a world of spaceships and spellcasters, lasers and loots, gravity and gods, and everything the stars have to offer. Welcome, Space Cadets. Let's start out, as we always do, by introducing ourselves and a little bit about our characters. If you would like to start, Charlotte.
Thank you. I'm playing Where. They are an auto-gnome Circle of the Moon druid who uses it, they pronouns. And I'm Charlotte, and I use she, her pronouns.
Hi, I'm Amy. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Aster, the elf cleric, peace cleric. They, them pronouns.
Hello, I am B. I use they, them pronouns, and I am playing Icker, Icky Sticky Boy, who is a plasmoid warlock and uses he, they, it pronouns.
Hi, my name's Bex. I use she, they pronouns, and I am playing Helionyx, an astral elf who is an artificer and monk way of the astral self multi-class, and they use they, them pronouns.
Hi, I'm Danielle. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm playing Mayor, who is a GIF paladin who uses any pronouns.
Amazing. And I am your DMM, and I use she, her pronouns. And we will jump right into the recap. Last time on Tales of the Astral, we joined our party as they entered the Astral Sea. Many of our adventurers have unique histories with this place, some having been lost floating in its depths for decades, others meeting cosmic horrors or godlike entities. To say the least, there are some complex feelings. As they sailed through space, they came upon the remnants of a battlefield. Huge technological destroyer ships sent by the Connexus, a conglomerate of the most powerful companies in the galaxy, lay in ruin, floating abandoned in space. Among the debris were the bodies of large jellyfish-like creatures called aesthetics, the ships most used by the Zolanastri, the sovereignty native to the Astral Sea who abhor all technology. There must have been quite a battle with heavy losses on both sides. But our party knew an opportunity when they saw one, and decided to spend some time scavenging, finding interesting tech and pieces of magic that could be repurposed. As the party began to gather back at the ship, Aster slipped away to send a message, contacting their old friend Reggie, who they had lost long ago. Reggie encouraged Aster to come to PAX, the central command planet of the UAH, an organization dedicated to providing aid and encouraging peace. Reggie also mentioned that she had a lead on Pip, another lost friend. And as Aster began to cast sending to contact Pip, a strange thing happened. Aster felt a barrier, and as they tried to connect, a cold, steely darkness overtook them. And that is where we will begin our story tonight. Aster. We come back to this moment as Aster hears a soft tinkling sound and sees a glowing light emanating from their earrings. You see your small fat fossils that you had wrapped in wire that now glow with this faint pink aura. You see it brighten and your vision goes white for a moment. You see visions. A magnificent castle floating in clouds with a sea of gigantic jellyfish swimming around it. A satellite moon filled with tech and light goes dark. A large cylindrical starship moves through space towards the swirling clouds of the Astral Sea, and you see a flash of a large battle between the Zolanastri and Connexus. You see creatures of the Astral Sea. All manner of flying and swimming animals like octopi and flying swine and space guppies. They flee from the battle as the Astral Sea erupts in lasers, bullets, and magic. Another flash, and you see an enormous stone figure, the size of a moon, surrounded by 13 small orbiting devices. You come back into your body as this glowing fades, and you are once again below deck, sitting cross-legged on the floor.
Whoa.
Oh, so good for Aster.
Interesting. Huh. I don't know what any of that shit was.
What do you think Aster does?
Were there drugs in those cookies? I gotta maybe ask Meyer about that. Not the first time I've accidentally tripped out on something, but... Well, I guess that didn't work.
That's true.
Yeah.
Do you go off and head to see Meyer, see if there's anything up with the cookies?
Yeah, I'll do that. Hey, Meyer,
Yes.
did you put drugs in those cookies?
Well, what is a drug anyway? You know, who decides what is and isn't a drug? You know, aspirin comes from willow bark, and is aspirin a drug or a medicine? What makes something a medicine versus a drug? You know, who's to say? Did you like them?
Oh, they were delicious. Best
Good.
cookies I've ever
Good.
had in my life.
Any side effects or?
Did you put anything in the cookies that would make me trip balls? Is probably what I should be
No. Did you see something weird?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. No, nothing that would have caused that.
Huh.
Are you okay?
Oh. Yeah. Have you heard of a castle in the clouds?
Could I roll like a history check, maybe? See if the mayor knows anything about it?
For sure.
Or a moon satellite?
Yeah. If either of you guys would like to make history checks.
That's a 19.
Ooh. Not bad.
Oh, that shouldn't be at advantage. That's a 14.
Amazing. So, Aster, you're looking, you think of the moon that was full of tech. You notice two things about it. You've traveled around enough to know that this is like one of these satellite moons, literally a moon just made of tech that is usually these like relay posts for radio signals. They just like keep up these like tech ranges in the area, and it is definitely not a normal thing for they usually are brightly lit up with tons of lights, so going dark is unusual for sure. With a 14 and with a 19, Mayor, you're able to try and think of if you've heard of any castles, and you have heard of these rumors of a sovereignty, the Zolonastri, and how there is some. It's hard to tell. They are so sequestered in the astral sea, and they so rarely leave it, that they are pretty timeless and mysterious, and a lot of people don't know that much about them, but they do have some sense that they're called empires, sometimes they're called sovereignties, but there does seem to be a structure of kind of kings and queens of royalty, and it does look, especially from the description that Aster gives, as if this is a castle in the astral sea itself.
Well, I have heard rumors of some sovereignties out there. I don't really recognize their authority, but, you know, they're so isolated that we never come in contact anyway, so. Seems like something that could interest you. You find most things interesting, it seems, you know.
That's very true.
So
Except for skunks. They're not very interesting. I don't like skunks.
Yeah, that's fair. What did you see in the trip or the vision or whatever?
Oh, you know, the castle. There was a moon satellite that went dark, I guess.
Ooh.
Power outage or something. I don't know. Oh, there was a battle too. It was the jellyfish people and the Connexus. They were. It was like when they were both going after each other a little while ago when we first met. When we found out that the ship was stolen. And then we just got out of Dodge. They were just going after each other. But I think it seemed like a bigger scale.
Interesting.
Do they not like each other, or?
I would assume so. They didn't exactly seem friendly, but
Okay. I don't usually stay up to date on like political shit. Not really my cup of tea. That's also something I don't find that interesting. Political drama. It's like, yawn.
Yes.
Like, let me just get on with my life. You guys sort it out yourselves, you know?
That makes sense. That makes sense. Do we think any of the others are interested in politics?
That is an excellent question.
They don't seem like the most politically active bunch. I'm more of a work local type, you know.
Mm-hmm. Local politics. That's better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shall we ask some of the others? I feel like
sure.
the small one might know some things. Where they seem
That's
pretty
true. That's true.
smart.
That's very smart.
Yes. Let's go find the others.
As you say, let's go find the others. Iker, who was trying to eavesdrop, accidentally scoots a little bit in the pipe in Astra's room, and you definitely hear clanging.
Oh, sounds like Iker. Iker, get out here!
Just a slow drip of ooze starts coming out of the pipe.
B- for execution, but an A for effort. Good try.
They begin to sign. So, not a stealth badge today. Got it. What were you talking about? It sounded interesting.
Well, do we want to get the others too, so I don't have to say this 3 or 4 times?
Iker.
It is low.
Yeah, you all gather back in
Liquefied.
the mess hall, which has become the spot on the ship.
Love it. Classic.
I got the last of the bells up.
Mhm.
Plantrick can now talk to us.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes. Where? What did you just end up doing?
Because Plantrick is trying to communicate, we now have noisemakers all over the ship, so Plantrick can make noise if they need our attention on something, and can continue the I think it was 1 for yes, 2 for no system of communication.
Amazing.
Beautiful. Thank you, Ware, for your continuous work on the ship.
So what did you guys need to talk about?
Oh, secrets.
Well, Aster here has been having visions and whatnot.
I don't know if I'd call it a vision, you know, just tried to cast a spell, saw some shit. I thought it was drugs at first, but apparently not.
Too many of Mayor's cookies.
Yes, I'm gonna busy myself making more psychedelic cookies in the hopes of inducing more visions.
Oh, hell yeah. Perfect. That might help, actually.
Perfect. I should use those later.
Okay, so I'll explain to everybody else. Castle in the Clouds,
Yeah.
Moon Satellite, battle between Zolanastri and Connexus, Stone Figure Size of the Moon. I can't believe I forgot that one. I think there was one other that I forgot to write down because it was so fast, but yeah, just everything that I remember. See if it triggers any memories of anything.
I'll post it in the chat if you like.
Okay. And
But go ahead.
in the private chat or
Yes.
okay, cool. So Iker has seen through the telescope this ruin or whatever, the dead god thing that we're heading towards. Does that seem related to this vision some way?
Yeah, go ahead and make
Insight, maybe?
Yeah, insight or history, either one.
Or history? I do believe I'll take insight. Yes. Not a very insightful boy, but hey, 15.
13? Yeah, that's definitely enough. I believe Iker is one of the people that looked through the telescope, right?
Yes.
Into the astral sea. Yeah, the description that Aster gives, it's enough that it feels very familiar to what you saw through the telescope.
Yes. But but through the telescope, did it look more resplendent, or did it look more like a ruin of what was there?
It was so far away that it was hard to tell. All you could tell was that it was a very large object that is shaped similarly to a person, and that it had 13 little things orbiting it.
Interesting. Cool.
So you had a vision about the thing we're going towards right now? That's a little
That's where we're heading?
Iker kind of like pulls the telescope out, looks through it again, sees the same thing, and describes in more detail like what they see. And they say, seems a similar description. Can't quite see it up close, but it seems related.
Is it in the telescope?
Iker does not have eyes, but if he did, they would be just like turned down towards the telescope as they like contemplate if there is some sort of like tiny universe in there that they're really looking at and not actually looking out into the world. Iker stares for a bit too long, and then says, I'm not sure. And there was someone else. Was it Ware that also looked through the telescope?
I think so. Oh, no?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. It might have been Lux, I think.
That makes
okay,
more
cool.
sense.
But yeah, you guys can pass it around if you like. If you'd like to like go up to the deck and look, each look at this figure. It is definitely closer. It's still very hard to make out. You can tell that basically what it's doing if you take the telescope to the side and then put it back is that it is kind of giving you a view through the clouds of the astral sea.
Cool.
If you were like in space, you probably would be able to see this thing pretty clearly by now, but it is still behind clouds.
When Ware looks, could I do like a nature check as to what this could be as like a being?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
When Aster looks, does it look like what I just saw?
23.
Yeah, even without a roll, it looks just like it. Similar in shape, similar in those orbits. You say 19?
23.
Oh, 23.
I rolled a 19.
Nice. Yes. And then what were you looking for in particular?
I wanted to see if I could tell what it is. Because you said it's like a giant like person like shape.
Yes.
And Ware had a bunch of experience with like the biology researchers, so
yes, for sure. You have definitely spent some time in the astral sea, studying the different flora and fauna that exist here in this strange place. And one of the places, there are planets inside of the astral sea, but for the most part, there are these things like castles or the floating battleground, things that just kind of exist in space. And you guys would go from place to place because it tends to be those places that animals collect. They tend to, like with the battlefield, create little almost coral reefs in the astral sea of different animals coming together. And many of these places were on these things that are dead gods, thought to be dead gods, that exist in the astral sea. They are kind of the husks of them. It is said, or at least your professor who was in charge of the research told you, that when gods ceased to be worshipped for a variety of reasons, either their peoples die out, or they move on, or reject religion in general, that gods lose almost all their powers, and are often left floating in the astral sea, just a husk of what they used to be. These things are usually like pretty actually life-filled. There are people that leave offerings in the astral sea that it is like kind of thought of as good luck when you're traveling in this strange place to give a little something to those spirits that may still exist here.
Okay. It looks like a dead god.
Oh, that means there should be some offerings there. Iker accidentally switched to the other to the other voice setting.
I don't think we're supposed to take the offerings.
You don't think the thing that killed the god would be there still, right?
No, they just kind of die. Not a murdered god, just a dead god.
Iker
Old age
changes
will get you.
They stop being gods when people stop believing in them.
Kind of like all of us.
And
No, that's exactly what I saw. Interesting.
God. Piles of treasure. Offerings, yes.
As y'all are up on the deck, Lux starts the procedures in the spell jamming helm to start taking y'all away, back towards where this telescope is leading. As you leave the battlefield, Plantric, or SS Big Boy, whatever you would prefer to call your ship.
The SS Plantric, 100%.
SS Plantric. Sails past a strange, missile-shaped device, and it turns toward you, a cone of silver light emanating from it. Would one of you please make a Constitution saving throw for Plantric?
Plantric.
Okay, hang on. Okay, thank you, Where? Thank you.
What? You want me to do it?
Oh, just kidding. So sorry. I misread the chat. My bad. I thought, I have a +3.
Same.
Does Plantric have Constitution, or is it our Constitution?
You guys can. Yeah, I'm cool with you using yours.
Okay, so it
Mine's
should
a
not be me.
5.
Yours is better.
Should not.
Was
I
be.
have a
5?
5.
Helio has a 5.
Yeah, go ahead, Helio. You
Save
help out
Plantric.
our baby.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
So good.
24.
Nice. How do you help Plantric in this moment as this light emanates towards you?
How do I help Plantric with a Constitution saving throw?
Just however you support Plantric in this moment.
I just ring a little bell so he knows that it's coming. I'm like, Plantric, there's some, be ready, Plantric. There's a light coming.
Be ready.
Amazing. A pulse emanates from this missile, and you see a wave of energy disrupt the astral sea around you, the clouds dispersing, moving in kind of like one of those sound waves. It continues towards the ship. It does not harm Plantric. But the spell jamming helm starts to flicker and goes dark for just a moment, and then lights back up. And you see that the missile
concerning.
Powers down and goes back to its existing position.
Can I make a check to see what would have happened if Plantric had failed that?
For sure. Yes, go ahead and make either tech or investigation check.
Make a tech check.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 17.
Ooh. Yeah, that's definitely good enough that this is a device you've seen. I think that with the 17, it's a device that you are often warned about back home on Amadora Station, because this is an anti-tech, or this is an anti-magic, anti-tech device. So it will shut down a ship. This one seems to be made specifically to shut down magical ships. There are other ones that can shut down any ship of any kind. But you look at the type of wave that it did, and you can remember maybe even like being taught in classes that it's like, here's how to make a rudimentary magic disruptor. It might not have been a permanent, like, it's not like a dispel magic, but it could have like deactivated your spell jamming helm and you'd be dead in the water for a bit.
We're lucky that didn't do anything else. I think Plantrick sort of helped, but it could have at least disrupted the helm for a bit.
That didn't feel good.
Luckily, it's hard to surprise Plantrick.
Well,
Now that he's got all those bells,
so.
Yeah. Good job, Ware, installing this excellent security system.
You did. Where did you get all of these bells? Where did you make them, or did you just have like
extra bells?
Snap had a lot of random bells.
Yes, that seems right.
I see now.
That way, we may need to get them more bells.
Yes.
Well,
Restock the bell
bells
supply.
aren't gone. They're just on the ship still, so they're still snaps, right? They're just around.
True.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Are the cookies ready?
Of course. Would you like a cookie, Iker?
Iker reaches out, grabs. What are you holding right now?
A plate.
Is it a plate? Is it a tray?
It's a plate. They've already been stacked. Mm-hmm.
Iker reaches out, takes the plate, mouth opens wide, or mouth hole, I guess.
Can I grab a cookie before Iker takes all of them?
Oh, my apologies.
Can I also make him a cookie?
Absolutely, I apologize. So sorry. Sharing is caring. I am being gracious.
Iker, you recall that these are drugged, correct? I wouldn't recommend that. I don't know your physiology, but I would.
You see, I am trying to commune with my deity, and this might do it.
All right, somebody babysit Iker for a bit. I don't know how that's.
They just ate the whole plate again, just like
whole
that bowl.
Plate, porcelain plate, just in there, floating around in the goo.
Well, I don't want to be a babysitter, so I'm just going to shove this whole cookie in my mouth.
Yes, all of us together. We talk to the Mother Ooze.
Well,
Mother, can you hear us? Oh, Mother. Oh, great old one.
Amazing. I don't. So I'll ask, Mayor, where have you gotten these drugs to put in these cookies? Just do you carry them around with you?
Some guy, just don't remember his name. He seemed real trustworthy, and Mayor's pretty sturdy, and they didn't have a problem.
Amazing. Yes.
I just want to say that Iker, I think, does have poison resistance.
Yes, amazing. Yeah, how about everybody go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw? Everybody who is having a cookie.
Oh, wonderful. Do I do that with disadvantage because of how many I've had?
I think it'll cancel out with the poison resistance.
Okay, great. Cool.
I got a 17.
I got a 19.
30-20. Not bad. I can handle my medicine.
And are Ware and Helionics abstaining?
No,
I got a
going to turn
17.
into an animal so I can eat a cookie.
Good.
I think we'll go
I got a
squirrel
17.
again.
I don't know. Yeah, okay.
Yes, that passes.
Okay, let's see. What's that?
I really wanted to get a nat 1.
I'm imagining if Iker ever does get too high, they just like become a puddle, you know?
Yes. Just like get them a bucket.
I got a 10
Oh,
as a squirrel.
as a squirrel.
A tiny squirrel, just a tiny high squirrel.
What?
Squirrels have -1 to their constitution.
Yeah, what does tripping as a squirrel mean? You will have
I
to answer this
assume
question.
running through the pipes.
Yes.
There's a lot of pipes.
Icar's like, I'll show you. Wee!
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Everyone
sure they'll see
that got
tonight.
over a 10 gets the effects without any throwing up or kind of negative physical side effects. Anyone who gets over a 20 can like start to kind of see the magic of the astral sea as it is this like mist around you. It comes into the ship a little bit, into your air bubble that is no longer really all that necessary in the astral sea, but still is created by Plantric just because that's what they do.
Icar looks up at this like arcane energy and is like, yes, great old one, I hear you. I see your sign.
Yeah. Anything anybody does in particular, or just having a nice night tripping as you can make your way through the astral sea?
Can I make a religion check to like genuinely
Yes.
try? Okay.
Yes. Does Icar go off on their own, or are they still hanging out with the group? Okay.
Well, you know, I don't even necessarily think maybe even on their own. They might just be like on the deck, just like splayed out and just
Okay,
like
love it.
staring.
Staring into the beauty of the astral sea. Amazing.
Beauty. Oh, a 21. This is my time. This is my time.
Nice. You connect with Mother Ooze. What are your kind of like thoughts and overall feelings as you do this?
I reach out to the old one. And as Icar is like moving through the astral sea in their mind, they try not to, because they know that the old one feels all, sees all in their brain. But they try to push down this like anxiety they feel and this like fear, but they can't quite hide it. They try to hide it with excitement, and they as they kind of come like face to face, orb to orb with this old one again for the first time in a while, first time since they've been back. Their first thought is probably an apology, because they haven't communed since leaving the astral sea. They've been so concerned with like monetary desires and fruitful endeavors that they've neglected their patron a little bit. And it wasn't really quite clear, you know, like what the rules were after the astral sea. So yeah, so they probably approach with like a subtle feeling of fear, but overall like an apologetic sort of vibe.
Amazing. Can you also remind me what you got on your Constitution check for the good guys?
20
For
for the
saving
cookies.
20. Okay, good. I thought that you were the over 20.
Yes, which was cool.
Yes. So you are on the deck with the astral sea around you, just, you know, laid out, trying to like feel and connect with this mystical force. Let me actually see if I still have the video of Great Old One. Let's see. Oh no, I forgot to upload it on this new one. But you feel that energy, and it is a strong connection now that you are back in the astral sea, much stronger than you felt before. And in that kind of hallucinogenic place where you can see the sparkles and shifting energy of the astral sea, you see little familiar pieces, little bits of spore in the air, little things that feel like a connection. And as you kind of reach out through those, you feel a sense of welcoming home. And you also sense a real, just like kind of the aftertaste of urgency. And you feel one tiny little ping off in the direction that you are going.
I knew it. Iker very aggressively signs as they pop back up into a more blob-like form. They turn to everyone else. Again, no eyeballs, but the eyeballs, like the humanoid type eyeballs that they use for comforting humanoids. The pupils on those are dilated. And they turn, the eyes just like rolling crazy. And they say, "The old one did send us. I knew it. They are coming. Or are we going?" Iker just is like so excited. And they start babbling about things that may not make sense. They start saying things about spores and about a donation that they made to the old one, like in their like little outburst.
All right. Mayor walks up with just another big plate, this time of just dinner rolls, and just pats Iker. Yes, yes, honey. Very good. Have a little snack. You need to eat something.
They had my spores. And
Good. I'm not going to question that. Eat some more bread.
Yes.
In the meantime, I think Aster has gotten out their ocarina and they're trying to get Plantrick to play the bells at the same time so we can do like a little song together.
Oh my goodness. I absolutely love that. Yeah, go ahead and do a performance check. And we'll see.
Helionyx is absolutely giving you advantage by just like...
Okay.
Just a rapt audience.
That's a 19.
Amazing. Yeah. You hear like a bit of clanking throughout the ship as it tries to figure out like there are different shapes. Basically, like Snap has a huge wall of different little like chests and drawers that come out just full of random stuff that they can make things out of. And so this is like every bell that Snap has found over time. So there are some like bigger sizes, different things. After a little bit of work with you, Aster, going back and forth with your ocarina, you guys are able to, like, Plantrick's able to kind of keep a beat for your flute.
That was really cool. That's really cool.
Oh, awesome. I
Yeah,
think,
you're really
I think we can
cool,
train him up,
Aster.
add him to the act. It'll be a whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to invite people onto the ship for it, since all the bells are in the ship. But that could be cool still, like small private concert.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I'll run it by Iker and Meyer, because we all did our performance before, so maybe we can add Plantrick to it. Maybe, I don't know. We'll workshop it. We'll see. Yeah.
Lovely. Anything else for this first night as you make your way through the Astral Sea?
One last thing. Iker, as they come down a bit, they've eaten probably a dozen rolls.
Mm-hmm. Which you can still see floating in Iker.
Absolutely. Slowly dissolving. They take their time absorbing these nutrients. They've mainly like tried to like cluster them in like particular like areas. Like they really like having a butt. So like they like make two like big old like roll butt cheeks with a few rolls each, and then the rest are just left to float. Iker tries to find Helionyx like whenever they're like not doing anything else. Rather than knocking on the door like a sane person, Iker will 100% be utilizing the pipe system to basically just like peek out like into Helio's room, to make sure that they're by themselves, and then if at a point they are, just like trying to have some quiet and some solitary. Let me see if Iker can control how they enter real fast. Okay, that's a 13, so kind of in between. But yeah, so Iker like slides down the pipe, pops out like a little bit, and just very loudly, and suddenly is like, have you worked on your ship yet?
Sorry. And if you caught Helionics by themselves, they were probably working. They probably quickly brush it away and try to hide what it was. But if you looked at it, it looked like some sort of. It looks like they were trying to make some sort of jewelry in the same style that Aster does, but it wasn't going very well, and they just pushed it off of the desk.
Iker is a little goofball, so let me do an insight check real fast. 14. I'm using a luck point for this. I want to know. I'm sorry. I've been doing this. And an 8.
Well, my deception has a -3, so I'm surprised I got a 14 on it.
Oh, okay, so I got.
You both got 14s. You beat it. Okay, meets it. You like have this connection in this moment where not just Iker, do you kind of get an insight into what Heliotics is, but Heliotics, you also recognize that Iker has this insight.
Slowly seeping out of the pipe still, just like dropping onto the floor.
Could you use the door in the future when you come to see me? That, like, the door.
Yes, right, of course. Iker like sucks himself back up into the pipe, moves through the pipe very quickly out of the room, and then you see just like a slow, like black liquid seeping underneath the door frame, back in, and you see just like obviously all of the objects that Iker has is gonna have to stay on the other side of the door. So you just hear like slowly like tink, 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 like as like different little objects kind of like press against the door, as Iker like slides themselves under, and the gloves have to stay on the other side. So Iker and then opens the door to get their things. And then like
Helio stood up in preparation to open the door, but then just watched and was like, "Okay, Iker, you said something about my ship. Is that?"
Yes, and we will get to it. What are you working on?
No,
jewelry.
I was trying to. Yes, jewelry. I was trying to make something for Aster, but it's not going well because I've never made jewelry before, and obviously I can't give them this, and it's just like a really obviously not. It would be very painful to wear, but it's like some sort of bracelet or ring. Maybe it's too big to be a ring and too small to be a bracelet. Sort of
a warm-up exercise. What a good idea.
This was my 5th try. I can make.
Iker ignores that.
I can make.
Iker says, "Yes, practice makes perfect," and leans down, and says, "Well, reaches over, grabs some just pliers, snaps it, and says, now, adjust for length. Is a ring?"
That is originally what I was trying to make, yes. But I think it probably would be better as a bracelet with how I... So, a bracelet, I think, would work.
Yes. I have many objects. Come, And Iker will lead you down to where to like the below decks where a lot of like the scrap was stored and a lot of just like odds and ends. And you can see that like Iker seemingly encourages people to clutter up the ship. If this is any indication, because there's absolutely clutter everywhere. It's just all sorts of little like odds and ends. And Iker like dives into like a particularly like silvery looking pile and comes out with a bunch of different like old like wires and computer parts and shiny glittery things that we can use. And walks over, plops down, and says, "All right, step 1, bracelet. Step 2, boat. The 2 bees."
Yeah, okay. This is very cool, all of these things you have, and I think Healy is just gonna start rummaging through all of these boxes to try and find any little bits or pieces that they think are interesting or would look good with what they're trying to build.
Wonderful. Can I give them like an advantage on like whatever check they're going to be making for the jewelry / boat?
Oh yes. Yeah. Let's do
Beginnings
two
of the
separate
boat.
checks, just for fun. Do just a plain old dex check for the jewelry. Since you do not, and you can do it at advantage with Iker's help.
I got a 10 on my first one, so.
As our lovely Danielle said in the chat, Iker definitely has its jewelry badge, so can definitely help.
I got a 13.
Nice. It's with Iker's help. It is wearable. It is for sure. It is no longer going to hurt you if you put it on, and it will fit.
I've made something.
So functional.
I have made a gun. I have made a dragon, and I can't make a goddamn bracelet.
To be fair, neither can Aster. So I think you're pretty much on even footing there.
What are you talking about? All of Aster's jewelry is beautiful, Iker.
Yes, beautiful, but not typical. Which this is not. Just like Aster.
So do you think they'll like it then?
I think they will love it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then go ahead as you both are in this like kind of scrapyard inside of the ship, and start to put together this boat of yours. If you want to make a tech check with advantage, as Iker shows you little pieces when you say that, oh, this is the type of thing that we need. Iker has pretty good memory for everything. Just because you got a lot of clutter doesn't mean you don't know what you've got.
Yeah.
My roll with advantage is a 25.
Ooh! Wonderful. You guys work for, it seems like hours, but it passes by so quickly. You like develop this great repertoire as you are building this ship together, and you get pretty far. You get far enough that you feel like you have a good outer hull. It's near the place where you can start putting in the parts that you found in the battlefield.
Iker, this is awesome. Thank you.
You are doing so well. So quick.
Well, I mean, I probably wouldn't have even started it if you hadn't dropped from a pipe into my room and had me start it, so thank you for that.
The hardest part on a journey is the first step. Or first plop.
I'll remember that. I think that's a good saying.
Now,
it won't make sense when I say it, but...
Are you going to give them the bracelet.
I didn't think about that part. I'd actually give it to... Tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I've done a lot today.
Right. Can I make an insight check? All right, here we go.
And then you make your check, Helionyx.
That's a nat one. Don't worry about it. Don't even make the check. I'm not using a luck point because I feel like if I get a nat one, there's a reason that I'm getting a nat one. So I'm going to leave it at that and be like, oh, yes, tomorrow, of course.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I do want to see, just in case, just roll whatever you were going to roll, Helionyx, because I think it would be amazing if you got...
17.
Oh, you got a 17. Okay.
Okay. If they got a nat one as well, that would be hilarious.
It would be such
I got
a
a nat
bonding
20.
moment.
I got a nat 20.
You got a nat
17,
20.
It's -3. Yeah, I got a nat 20.
Oh my god.
A nat 1 versus a nat 20. That is hilarious.
Yeah, you really think like it, you're not quite sure. Different cultures have different mating customs and stuff. And you just think, that's the way Helionyx rolls.
Yeah. And I feel like with a nat 20, until obviously, like, I don't want to speak for your character, but that also could be like Helio lying to themselves and being like, yeah, for sure, I'll do it tomorrow. Even if they might not intend to.
Okay, so I rolled a deception check because Helio actually wanted to go do it right now, but didn't want Iker to come with them.
That's so good! That's the best! Absolutely. Icar's like, absolutely. And just like heads off on their own little way.
Amazing. We will, the camera follows Helionyx as they come to Aster's room.
Okay, so Helio's gonna pace in front of the door for a second and sort of like go to knock, and then not knock, and then go to knock, and then think for a second, and then they're finally just sort of gonna like really lightly tap and go, Aster, are you in there? And wait, and like immediately start walking away without waiting for the door to open it.
Opening the door and you're already halfway down the hallway. Did you need something, or re in the going somewhere else?
Oh yeah, sorry. Yes. I thought you weren't in there. Yeah, can I no, we can do it out here. I made something for you that I wanted to give you, if that's okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
you're really smart. You make awesome things.
Thanks. You make cool things too. But this, I tried my best to make it, and Helio's gonna hand you sort of like there's just like a cloth over it. They didn't have time to like actually wrap. We were just making it downstairs, but they're gonna hand you over a wrapped bracelet. And when you open it up, it's sort of like it's not welded, but it looks almost like a different types of metal welded together, and they sort of like cross each other like that, like a little snake. I as a thank you for the earring, that you made me.
Oh wow, that is so cool. You're really good at this.
Oh no,
oh my god.
No, but
I don't know if anyone's ever made me jewelry before. That's awesome.
Really? But
Yeah.
I mean, you make jewelry all the time. I thought for sure that.
Oh, I don't know. I just like making jewelry for people. Yeah.
Well,
But
I'm
this
glad
is so
that I
awesome.
could be. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it.
Cool. And I'll put it on right now. Oh, it looks dope. And I just got rid of my other bracelet, so it's perfect.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. And Healy's just gonna speed walk down the hallway away. And then fully sprint as soon as they're out of Aster's eye line.
Absolutely amazing. Love it. Yeah, and let's say too that as all of this mess is going on, this beautiful, lovely mess, that Ware and Mayor, you are both hanging out in the kitchen with Plantrick.
Mayor definitely went to like go look for Ware because they were running through the pipes.
That's true. You are beginning to come down, Ware. It is getting to the point.
Actually,
Huh?
how long has it been?
At this, well, it depends on where you want to come in. So Helionics and Iker, probably it was like 6 hours of them working. So any time in that time.
Where can only be a squirrel for 2 hours?
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of assumed the drugs stopped working when they turned back into an auto.
Yes, unfortunately, you come back and it's
a very sharp come down.
Mm-hmm.
Do you turn back? Can you sense when your time is running out, or do you turn back into an autonome in the pipes? Because you're high, so like, are you?
Oof. Would you like to roll for it?
Yeah, I think so. Because normally I think they're paying attention, but I don't think they're paying attention.
Go ahead and make either an intelligence saving throw or a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I'll do wisdom, please. I'm gonna add my build for success feature to that. So I rolled a 12. Mm-hmm. Well, I got a 12. The build for success because of an auto gives me an extra 4, which is a 3, so it's a 15.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You just at the last moment, you like as you're running, you start to get really exhausted, and then you have this moment of realization of like, how long have I been running in these tunnels? And just before you like jump out of a vent onto the ship.
Huh. That was lucky.
I'm imagining Ware's like mom senses go off as like suddenly you hear like scamper, 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 stop, thud. And so Ware just like walks in and goes, "Well, how are you feeling, Ware?"
Less fuzzy than about like 30 seconds ago.
Yes, the dose was intended for a larger body, so yeah, you're fine though.
So next time, not a squirrel.
Maybe not. And it was fun. If it was fun, then, well, we'll see.
Yeah, I think it was fun. I've never done that before, so like, we can test different animals.
Are there anything else you'd like to try that I should have prepared? You know, drugs or otherwise.
Honestly, don't know, because I have no idea.
All right, well, I'll prepare.
So far, I think I've only eaten cookies.
Oh, well, cookies are great. Maybe brownies next time, or something, or something more substantial. We're prepared.
Because Helio gave me a cookie when we were on the train, and then this cookie.
Oh, okay. And that's the only food you've ever had?
Yes. I'm gonna go with yes.
Wow. Okay. All right. Mayor's gonna like turn to the side and be like horrified by this concept of not getting to eat.
But you know I don't need to eat, right?
Well, we're in the sea. Nobody needs to eat, but you know, there's
like normally.
Yes, I suppose. You know, there are some that have to eat to live, but me, I live to eat.
I don't think it's good for me to eat when I'm like an auto format.
Really?
I feel like it would like get all gunky.
Gunky. Oh. Yes, I suppose that does make sense. Well, I'll prepare some things for the next time you're not like this. You're something else.
Awesome. Sounds good. Were you looking for me?
Yes. Well, I was a little concerned about you. You were running around a little bit little wild, and I feel a little responsible since it was my cooking that did it, you know. Thought I'd check on you, see how you're doing.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I think we're good now.
Yeah? How are you enjoying the trip?
Which one?
Well, I was, referring to the broader,
Oh, it's been great. We got to see all
quite a few
sorts of cool
scraps.
things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the fighting is fun.
Oh, you like fighting, do you?
I mean, it's like a good way to like try out new things and have new experiences.
Good.
And like it's a lot of teamwork, which is nice.
I see. How often can you transform into your various things?
I mean, it depends how many naps we have, but
I
like
see.
2 times per nap.
Okay. How far
What
are
a
we
great
away
way to put it.
from our next like thing?
Oh, we're like days,
far-
aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can sense that you guys aren't sure. The astral state is strange, but it does seem that you are still very far away from it. It is very tiny in your vision through the telescope.
Nice. Okay, then Mayor's gonna take Ware back to the kitchen and then just get like a list of things to prepare before their like next transformation, so they can hang out and cook with Mayor.
I love it. Wonderful. Yes. So a couple days go by as you continue to go through the astral sea. Is there anything else that you do in that time as you steadily grow closer to this figure? Oh, good. Amazing. Great.
Oh, I did want to try and propagate Plantric.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's see. I think this would be a nature check for sure.
Yes, I am going to try and convince Ware to come along. So in the middle
Yes.
of one of our taste testing sessions.
Mhm.
Just-
Mm-hmm.
Ware, I was hoping to talk to Plantric. Is that something you could help with? You seem like
Yeah, I think so.
yes. Okay, all right. Well, there's like a arm of Plantric just in the kitchen with us, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's where we communed with him last time.
Yeah.
Plantric, are you awake?
Mm-hmm.
That's sleep.
You see a little vine come up and just kind of like touch you on your hand.
Well, Plantric, I was wondering if you maybe wanted to have some little babies. We could propagate you. You could be Papa Plantric.
You see that the tendril kind of like moves in the air, just swirls a bit, and then just kind of like goes up almost in a shrug motion and then taps once for yes.
Nice. Would it hurt you if we snip? Is there like some kind of? Do you want drugs?
You want like a little bit more specificity in this talk?
Yes, that would be helpful. It would. Yes.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Plants.
Mm-hmm.
We would like informed consent for this medical procedure.
And essentially, I'm gonna be like, Mare, I think I could like actually like talk to Plantric.
Oh,
So,
very
like,
talented.
we could like maybe figure out how to propagate him, or it, they. We have not found out Plantric's pronouns yet, have we?
Yes, ask Plantric their pronouns.
Amazing. Yeah.
So, cast Speak with Plants.
What does it look like as Ware casts Speak with Plants?
So, because this is one of Ware's more like druidy spells, it looks more like less staticky than like the more like techie spells look, and more like sort of like natural, like very still rainbow colored, but like sort of like just like almost like air currents or like water around. And it goes over Ware because it does a thing to Ware this time. And then Ware is like, Plantric, can you understand me? I mean, you could before, but like more so, I guess.
You like see Meyer, what you see is like Ware starts speaking kind of strangely, like sounding, you still hear the words, but it sounds a little bit more like wind rustling through trees. And you see that there's like this like reverberation through the vines of it moving a bit. And you hear to Mayor, you just hear like that same like kind of windy type sound of limbs creaking, and where you hear, "Yo, what's up? What's up? So nice to talk to you."
Oh man, it's nice to talk to you too. I like your voice. And this is much easier than bells.
Yeah, I do like the bells. They're fun. They're like musical and creative. I don't get to do that often.
That's awesome. If you want like other sound things, you just gotta like let us know. We only had bells, but I mean like I'm sure Icar will make us go to stores. So probably could get you other things.
Yeah, maybe like a ukulele. That would be cool. I've had some passengers come through with those.
Okay. I look at Bear. I'm like, Patrick wants a ukulele. We need to add that to the shopping list.
Okay, one ukulele adding to the shopping list. And Mayor also turns towards Patrick and then just starts making little whispery noises, trying to do the thing. Just.
I think your friend's got like a dialect I don't recognize.
I think she's just trying to help. But like,
also some serious nodding.
So like, do you understand us when we talk like normal things?
Yeah, I've been around the block. I got it.
Awesome. So
just don't have, like lungs or vocal cords, You're limited.
I don't either, so like that makes sense.
No.
Pronouns. What are your pronouns?
Oh,
we go to this anything?
Yeah, and whatever you like. It's cool.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I never quite understood this like gender thing. I mean, we've got like, you just tried to propagate me, or you're in the process of trying to propagate me. I like your thinking there. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's what we want to talk about. And I think Mare can understand what we're saying, right?
Yes. You can hear it in this like windy voice.
Nice.
So like, are you cool with that, actually?
Yeah, it sounds rad. Never had little babies around or anything.
Okay.
Is it gonna be like my responsibility to take care of them?
I feel like it'd be like a group responsibility. I'll ask Mare.
It takes a village. Tell him it takes a village, as they say.
Yeah, I mean, pieces fall off me all the time, so it's not.
So you might have other babies.
Yeah, I don't know. You're right. You could have many out there.
Mare, there may be stepchildren.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. You don't have like awareness of your bits?
No, not if they're not with me.
And by with you mean attached to you?
Yeah.
Okay. How is there like a place you want us to like propagate from? Or do you have like seeds?
No, you want to take some like cuttings of the smaller vines? That might work.
Okay. And do you know like if they like water or like dirt?
Oh, no, kind of just, I don't necessarily need any of that stuff. You should keep it on the deck, anywhere that like light can get to it. Like I said, if we could head to a star anytime soon, fantastic.
Do they need to eat stars too, or just you?
Oh yes, I should point it out. If we go into a star, I will die. So like, please don't. But close to one, I'll like tap and tell you how when we're too close.
Okay. Mare, apparently we got that wrong. Plantrick does not eat stars.
Oh, well,
I think it's a light thing, maybe? It's a light thing, right, Plantrick?
Yeah.
Understandable mistake on our part,
Yeah, there's like energy waves and stuff. It's a little complex.
Natural assumption. We thought you were a star eater.
Well, that would have been rad.
Ask them if they want like some kind of anesthetic. I got some of the hard alcohols, or like some pot. Could make a nice little tea. Put it in the soil.
Do you want some drugs? Can you have drugs?
maybe not the best idea. But just make a sharp cut if you can. Don't make it too ragged. Do it at like an angle. And that should be good. Yeah.
Yep. And where do you want do you want us to keep the babies on the ship or have them grow up and then they go do their own thing?
I've never tried this before. Let's see what happens.
Okay. And will they make little ships?
I don't know, man. This is a new adventure for me.
We could have lifeboats.
Oh, that's a good idea, Bear.
Well, we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah.
Worth a try.
Yeah.
Fun. Interesting.
And if you need us to check in, I guess ring a bunch.
Yeah. Maybe I'll tap you on the shoulder because you know what's up.
That sounds excellent.
Mm-hmm.
And also maybe tap Icarus sometimes just to freak them out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, he's
a wee little prank.
He's real nice. His feet can be kind of a little painful, but he's been real nice to me.
Yeah, I think he got shoes recently.
Yeah, that's been great. I like you guys have taken off some of the metal on the ship. That's nice too. I feel like I can stretch a bit.
Do you want less metal?
Well, I mean, if you guys don't mind.
We can talk to Iker. I'm not sure how much metal the ship requires for us to not die.
Oh. Yeah, not dying
like
is
to not
preferable,
die.
whatever that takes.
Yeah, we'll work on it. Okay, cool. All right, Mare, I think we have a thing. Did you want to ask anything else?
No, I think that's it. Oh, whoops.
Okay.
All right, it was a nature check, you said?
Yes. And you can do
Can I
it
roll
with
with
advantage. Yeah, for sure, because you are literally getting the plant's opinion on how to do this best.
I forget how to do that properly, so I'm just gonna roll twice.
No problem.
Oh, that's only a 10.
Okay. You do the cuts. It doesn't seem to hurt Plantrick, where you can still have a conversation. And you stick them in some dirt. Maybe it'll work.
How many did we get?
You've got 3 different vines sticking out of one big pot of soil.
Okay. And is there somewhere on the deck that we can secure it safely?
Yeah, there's railings on the outer edge, and you do have masts with big sails at the top.
Okay.
Perfect.
Wonderful. Yes. We will bring you all back together. As you guys move through space, a day goes by, and then another, and then Lux comes to inform you, the first mate of the ship, an astral elf, that you are coming within viewing distance, that soon the astral sea will part, and you will be at your arrival. As you come closer, you see what looks like an impossibly huge stone statue, quite literally the size of a moon. The first thing you notice is that it is rather formless. It has a curved shape, and it seems like it could depict a person with long hair reaching above their head, palms pressed together. As you all fly closer, it continues to grow bigger and bigger. And you start to see these 13 devices that are whizzing by. They seem to maybe be the size, 5 times the size of your ship, maybe. And they are quickly orbiting the statue. And one more thing. You see a spherical glass bubble that is moving towards you at great speed.
Okay, so is it to the point where Iker can sense it from the spell jamming helm, that close?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then Iker is going to ping Lux, or if they're not close enough, they're just going to go ahead and manually start like trying to move the ship out of the direction that this is going in. Is there anyone, like, where are we at right now? Who would be the closest to me?
Lux has kind of brought you all back up onto deck.
Okay.
Now that they knew you were all coming close enough.
Okay, cool then. Yeah, then Iker would just loudly proclaim, "All right, everyone, all eyes on deck. Suspicious object approaching." And can I do like a tech check or something?
If you want to make a perception check as it
Cool.
comes towards you, and anybody else is welcome to too.
I would
All
like
right.
to make a perception check.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, yes, yes. What do your autonomi see?
I got a 22.
I got a 21.
Mayor has a 10. Looks like a UFO.
Amazing. For Aster and Ware, which one of you is focusing more on the glass sphere, and which one of you is focusing more on like the overall area of the goddess and the
I
the
kind of
moons?
wanted to look and see if there was anything inside the glass sphere that we could make out.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll look at the area.
Okay, cool. You are looking at this area, and as you like Ware kind of, I almost imagine like your eyes turning a bit as the binocular vision gets better, moving towards being able to see farther than your companions, and you see that there are lots of ships on this huge floating deity. They are kind of all gathered at the top, at like the head of the statue. You also see that there are lots of like creatures that are crawling on it. They look too far away to make out what they are, but there's definitely living things, moving things on this statue. And Aster, you try and look through the glass sphere. And as you do, you see kind of a strange sight. You see that there is a raccoon who is wearing white robes and has some jewelry on them. They are now that you can, they are rapidly approaching, you're able to see them closer and closer. They are about 100 feet away.
Oh, okay, there's someone in there. Do you want me to try and talk to them?
Oh, you're muted.
Sorry. In the pod.
Yeah, inside the thingy.
Petrie, and calls for Petrie. Petrie kind of like starts to like fly and get like an image. Yes, please, could you talk to them?
Yeah, so I'll point out at the spear and I'll cast message. And I'll say, please don't crash into us. Who are you?
Oh, no intention of crashing in. I'll slow my ascent. I'll talk to you soon, I hope.
What are they saying?
They did not say who they are. They're gonna slow down and see us soon, I guess.
All right. Okay.
And you do see the glass sphere start to come to a stop, and it is like just outside 20 feet. You see a little porthole open up in the side, and this raccoon kind of comes like swimming out through the astral sea. You guys know that you can like walk or just float towards things, but this raccoon swims towards you and sits, kind of like stands on the deck upright on two legs, and looks at you all and says, "Oh, welcome. My name is Saren. I am the High Priestess of the Nameless Goddess. We are somewhat expecting you."
Let me roll an
Anything
insight
else?
check, and I hope I fail it. Hang on.
I will also roll insight.
Mhm.
I did not. I got an 18. Does Iker think that this is a servant of the old one?
Iker, you look at this raccoon, and you don't necessarily, you don't feel that kinship of spores that you are used to.
Too many bones. Iker accidentally signs out loud.
No one's ever said that before.
Iker, do you not like bones?
Another conversation for another day.
Okay.
They kind of
How trustworthy does the raccoon seem to Mayor? Got a 22.
Oh, nice. You you look at Saren. They seem very open. They seem like they are like genuinely welcoming. Their bit of like vagueness seems like very sincere and more of a fact than a obfuscation.
Okay.
Saren looks at all of you. Yes, I believe I've been getting kind of dreams lately of a figure with long flowing red hair moving through the astral sea. And we assumed, yes, you seem to look the part. Yes, aren't quite sure who or what you are, but it seems to be important.
Okay, because I did have a dream of this place, and I don't
Good.
know why.
Oh, I would say it is maybe the deity's presence, intuition and all that.
The great old one, yes, Mother Ooze.
Oh, are you a follower of Mother Ooze?
Yes.
Oh, we have another follower here, someone who has been brought here by their presence.
My kindred, please introduce us.
Yes, yes, but no, I personally, I do not worship the Mother Ooze, although we work in close conjunction. No, I worship this deity. They're not quite as gone as some of the husks floating in the astral sea. Although they are nameless and formless, they still are able to talk with us through intuition and dreams and subtle things.
Yes, deities can be. What is the word? Vague.
Yes.
Cryptic.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I think perhaps it is beyond the scope of a deity such as her who has lost her name, but she has been very helpful, and I believe she may have sent you here for a reason.
Yes. What are you doing now? Should we follow you, or are you joining us?
Yes, you should follow me. It's rather up to you. I can kind of tell you about the place if you'd prefer that, or I can show you around.
One moment, and just like an extremely like long tentacle kind of like pushes the Saren, our new little raccoon friend, our new guest, just like nudges them over to like the edge of the deck, and they're like,
They just kind of like turn around and look out into space.
Very respectful.
Iker just like slides a little fishing pole into their hand and is like, please take your time.
Oh, I
The
do like fish.
sea is beautiful. And turns and kind of like gathers everyone into a little huddle. All right. So, what is everyone thinking?
I
Well,
don't trust her.
I like
Me
walking
either.
tours.
I also like walking tours. They're very interesting.
I'm
We've
with
been kind of
Aster. I think we
pooped
should
up.
go on a walking tour.
There's also like tons of people on there that would be cool to meet.
Iker side eyes, if they had eyes. They kind of move their eyes to like side eye Helionics a little bit in this moment. Oh, can I make a perception check to see if Aster's wearing the jewelry?
Sure.
These are the important things. Okay.
I just because I think it's funny, Helionics, do an insight check just to see if you register that that's supposed to be a side eye.
Oh, that's so funny.
How's a 19?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you guys are getting, you haven't known each other very long, but you're getting a good repertoire after all this time spent putting together.
You're starting to get like the non-verbal signs that Iker starts putting out. Yeah, so like Iker purposefully like side eyes Helionics. They do like they got a 13, so I guess they see that Aster is wearing the bracelet.
Well, if Aster is wearing it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Still wearing it.
Iker collects all of their teeth in one place really quickly so that they can do oh yes, absolutely, collects their teeth and spreads it into just like a very large mismatched grin of these different teeth, but aims that smile at Helionics like
Have you all made your decision? Would you
Walking
like a
tour? Walking tour?
We'd love
walking
a tour.
tour.
Saren helps Lux lead you in by the spell jamming helm, kind of like anchor yourself to the figure who is now, as I said, like the size of a moon. You are about like a little bit of a walking distance to that area that Ware noticed had a bunch of ships on it. So as Saren leads you in walking around, she says, we came to this place. I came to this place after floating in the astral sea for quite a long time. I felt a presence, a warm and welcoming one, and I moved towards it, and I found this place. Others have done the same. It is kind of a refuge for those that have been displaced because of simply the horrors and the entities that exist within the astral sea. They are also ones that may be fleeing war or being hunted. This has kind of become a space just for sanctuary. And you guys see that there are all these little animals around. You see another like big octopus that's just kind of floating through space. There seems to be lots of creatures and also lots of like weird like coral and plant life that kind of fill this statue. And as you walk towards this group of ships, you see that they look like small like house ships, like houseboats. And this place almost looks like a trailer park where people have kind of parked their ships and then created a little yard around their ships. You see all kinds of people. There are more tabaxi and astral elves, but really just a huge variety of people here. She just begins to lead you around. Is there anything that y'all ask or do?
Can I roll a perception check to try to spot if there is another plasmoid here?
Yes.
It's been so long. Only a 5. So sad. I'm using a luck point. This is important to Iker. And to me. A nat 1. It's not meant to be. It's not meant to be. No. Iker desperately, you all see Iker like desperately like they've brought out more than the 2 eyes at this point. They don't need the eyes, but it's fun for them. And like, so they have like a bunch of eyes just like looking around for something, and they do not find it.
No. You guys are walking around. She says, and I will say that there has been more people coming in the last few months. There seems to be some powers at play in the Astral Sea. I assume you have heard of the Zolanastery and the Conexus.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Briefly.
Well, the Zolanastery are natives to the Astral Sea, or at least as native as you can be. They have a vast empire. They tend to keep to themselves, but recently have been getting in scuffles. The Conexus seems to be exploring the Astral Sea more, coming in and damaging things, using anti-magic fields that disrupt the natural order of the Astral Sea. So, I believe this may be why many of us have gathered here. You see these devices that fly in the sky, zoom around. I'll get my friend, another priest here, to explain it. But essentially, they are devices that help us keep this part of the Astral Sea stable and safe.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Is it possible for this nameless god to wake up? And if so, what happens to everybody that's on it right now?
Oh, I don't know. I would hope she would be okay with it. She did bring us all here. I'm not sure if she can, in all honesty. It is hard to come back once you have lost a name.
Yes, indeed. Is there a particular place where we could put a... what's the word? I just lost the word.
Offering?
Where we could leave an offering to the nameless one.
Yes. Oh, most
A
definitely.
common offering place.
Yes. Between the palms is where we like to meditate and to give thanks. If you would like to, that would be wonderful.
Wonderful. Thank you
There's
so
like
much.
a death grip hand on Icar's shoulder to be like, yes, we would love to pay our respects to your unnamed god. What type of god are they?
Well, just from the people that have been brought here, they seem to promote travel, promote peace among peoples and safety. They don't seem to be too interested in shaping our fates. They just give little hints and nods every once in a while. As I said, it's gotten more intense. We built these moons, these satellites, quite recently, and my friend Quasar tells me that they help to amplify her power, extend it a little bit.
Can you just give her a name?
You can. You can call her whatever you like. It
Sarah.
has not worked yet.
Sarah.
Oh, you've tried that. Okay. That makes sense.
So if her name is lost,
Mm.
can we find it anywhere?
Oh, quite an interesting thought, perhaps. I haven't
I
gone
make
much into it. Oh, go ahead.
Can I make an insight check or a religion check on if this is information that the old one might be willing to trade for?
Ooh, interesting. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, let me look here. I'm gonna go religion. Okay. All right. Oh, please, old one. 23.
Ooh.
Nice.
Tradable,
Perhaps.
perhaps.
If the great old one has been, you're not quite sure, but if it's been alive long enough to have been alive when the nameless goddess, there's a chance.
Ooh, shoot.
This is fascinating. Kind of calls into question how like the naming thing works.
Yes,
It's so weird.
It really does. Okay, I'm just letting all this lore wash over me.
Fascinating.
Can I do
then
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good.
I said, can I do a check to see, like, you said it feels like it's bringing people here. Does Ware feel that?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Like a pull.
I don't know what type of check that would be.
Do either an insight or religion.
Insight. 24.
Oof. You like kind of look back, and you think, yeah, there has been little pulls. The biggest one being that you kind of remember that it was odd when you and Ware were in the ship and originally found that case, or you and Snap, sorry, originally found that case. That it almost, as you remember back, it almost felt as if like someone gently moved your face to see this like area where the metal had bent in a bit and showed you the case.
Gasp.
I'm not saying. I just get like,
You don't-
no. I am going to be keeping a better eye on Iker, though.
Yeah, Iker, putting that together would probably say, they would begin to sign, and they would say, there might be a chance that the old one might know information we need. But we must not come empty-handed.
Would you like to see our other resident follower of the Mother Ooze?
Oh, yes,
Like to meet
please.
them? She leads you to this ship with its little like picket fence around it, and different like plants growing in the yard. It kind of looks like a piranha, with a big mouth that's open that you can kind of see inside is this little home. And you see a figure walking out of it. They are reminiscent of Iker, as they are also a plasmoid. They wear a little half shirt, sweater. They have a wand at their side, and they have this like tech crown across their face. You see they have that same kind of plasmoid slime glow as they move forward. And you see this figure look up, look towards you all, and wave at Saren. Oh, hey, looks like you brought some new visitors. What is Iker's response? Yeah,
is dumbfounded. They approach. How tall is this plasmoid?
This plasmoid is about like 6 feet tall.
Okay, yeah. I got the feeling they would choose to be taller. So yeah, Iker walks up, 3.5, 4 feet, and looks up, and begins to sign. Wow, hello.
Oh, hello there. It's nice. It's been quite a long time since I've seen another plasmoid. Nice to see you. Nice to see one in the Astral Sea, especially.
Fellow worshiper. And Iker holds up their hand to merge with the other plasmoid's hand in the traditional greeting that they have been taught by Mother Ooze.
Yeah, you guys exchange. You still have some of that mother ooze spores inside you, and you guys kind of exchange those, and you feel that like hint of a connection, and you feel like kind of this release of that original spark that you got in your connection with the mother ooze, as if you've come to the place that it was directing you. You see, it goes, "My name is Flumba. Nice to meet all y'all. Nice to see more people coming to the goddess. Not they're my goddess, but it's a lovely place to be. Yeah, what are y'all doing here?" Looks over
Iker
at Sarah.
subtly changes the voice setting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, we just showed up a little bit ago. You know how it is. We had the land, walking around, getting, shown around this lovely little Saren here. And so I heard that there was a fellow worshiper of the Mother Ooze here, and I just had to meet you. Flumba, I am lovely to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too.
And this is my crew.
Oh, wonderful. You're a captain.
Yes, of course, the hat, you see.
Oh, yes, I should have known. Yeah, lovely to meet all of you. Have you been sent here by the Mother Ooze? Are you going to fight the good fight with us?
When you say the good fight, what fight?
Oh, keeping the Astral Sea safe from anyone that seeks to destroy or hurt the people in it. I mean, I'm sure, Iker, that you've felt the feelings around here coming from the Mother Ooze. There's some spores in the air. This is the part of the Astral Sea that they like to hang out in. But yeah, it's grown quite dangerous. There's pieces of Astral Sea that are just gone. So Mother Ooze kind of sent me, figure out what it is, stop it.
Pieces of Astral Sea can just disappear.
Yeah, that's news to me too.
It's news to all of us. Yeah, it's been strange. We go to places that, we saw a mass migration of octopi the other day, which is unusual. They're usually somewhat solitary creatures, but in the Astral Sea, you get lots of different creatures and different things going on. Saren pipes up and is like, "Yeah, I mean, I've been here for maybe 100 years. Lived quite a lot longer than a raccoon should live, so you can pick up some different new things." And Flumba goes, "Yeah, and a little bit ago, maybe 20 octopi came running through, and we went to the area of space that they were flying away from, and it used to be the Astral Sea, and it's just wild space now."
Do you think Rithmore was with that group?
We can always ask.
But he would have mentioned it, wouldn't he?
Well, he's not necessarily that talkative.
We mostly talk about, not having bones and how enjoyable that is. So maybe I should ask him more about his past.
Well, it is concerning about this disappearing sea thing.
Are there any more of us Mother Ooze worshippers, or are we the only two?
We're the only two here right now. I mean, there's... Yeah. And you also know, a lot of people that come into contact with the Mother Ooze, it doesn't exactly go the best. So, how it is.
No. It's right.
Okay.
No, it's right.
What?
No, nothing. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. The Mother Ooze is definitely selective.
Yeah.
On the blessings she bestows. Anyway, next.
Does the Mother Ooze kill people?
Oh, well, she subsumes. That is part of her being.
Can I roll insight on Iker to see how culty this worship is?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, I'm
If
rolling
you'd like to
That's what we had
check,
said.
you can either do deception or persuasion, Iker.
I'm gonna do deception. Can I do intimidation? No. I'm just
Sure.
no,
You can try.
No, because I don't want to scare you all. I don't want that to happen. Even if that succeeded, I wouldn't want that. No. All right, I got a 16 deception. Did anyone else get above that?
Little Icky is just a good little boy. He would
Mhm.
never be affiliated with anything nefarious.
Totally believe
I
you.
got a nat 1. I believe Iker implicitly in all things.
I got a 20.
We're best friends. And then Aster. Gosh dang it.
I love Aster.
So Iker is like doing great. Solid. Looks at Aster, starts sweating bullets.
Iker, if you need help, just tell us.
Oh, that is sweet. Dishonesty will not get me my conflict resolution badge. We will talk more about the old one when we aren't in mixed company.
Fair enough.
Very astute.
As you all are sitting here in Flumba's front yard, talking,
So
talking about the Mother Ooze and the ways that they are worshipped, you all look up and see like a strange kind of like flash goes off. And you see that one of the satellite devices that has been quickly spinning around has broken off a piece, and it starts flying into the ground towards the nameless goddess. And that is where we will end today's episode.
No!
No.
No! You can't do this! You can't!
I punched the orb. I sent
I punched it. We refuse to stop playing. I roll.
I roll initiative.
We will always have. We will. It sounds like have much to discuss in today's after show.
Much.
We will see you soon, Space Cadets. Thank you for watching.